you all for joining us today as we pause to reflect and to share together our resolve as a community and a nation to never, ever forget September 11th, 2001. It's been 16 years now from when the United States was attacked, resulting in nearly 3,000 men and women killed. We can never forget the acts of the brave men and women from fire and police departments responding that day, and yes, giving their own lives to save others. Nor will we ever forget those who have and those who still do serve in the defense of our country. The freedom we enjoy today and every day has been and is protected and secured by the members of the United States military. Nor here today will we ever forget our fellow citizens of Schenectady County who lost their lives on that day 16 years ago. We mourn all those who died, we honor all those who were the first responders, and we pray for all those who are currently serving here and abroad to defend our nation. Today is a difficult day for our nation. It reminds us of the dark time, in fact, our darkest yet, the day when we lost nearly 3,000 fellow citizens, a day when our vulnerability was horrifically exposed, and a day that changed the course of our lives forever, some more than others. But today is also a proud day for our nation. It's a day when we displayed the gallant acts of our first responders, a day when our nation's love and compassion for our fellow citizen was shown to the world like never before, and a day when our nation unified, resolute in the pursuit of justice. Since that beautiful day, a day just like today actually, but a fateful day, much has changed and time has placed distance between us and our grief. But we cannot and will not forget those who we lost on that day. We'll always remember them as we keep those who continue to grieve in our prayers. It struck me the other day when my daughter, who was not quite 2 months old on September 11th, 2001, went for her learner's permit, that we're getting to a point where an entire generation is coming of age with absolutely no memory and no understanding of the events of that day. It is for them more than anyone that this must be more than a memory, more than a lesson in a history book. This event is sewn into the very fabric of our lives and of our nation's culture. We must not just remember, but as a tribute to those we lost, we must continue to live up to the American ideals every single day, in service to our country, our community, and the love that we show for our families. If you're like me, you still struggle with your emotions, perhaps, just like we did on that very day. We went from anger to grief, from compassion to resolve. And even today, these very emotions swirl within us. When I talk about it with my children, I remind them, I recall what President Bush said that very night of the attacks. Quote, "These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat, but they have failed." Let our legacy be just that, their failure and our triumph. Let it be that although we hurt, we are not defeated. Let us honor those innocent lives that were taken from us by recommitting ourselves to this nation in service. Let us thank our first responders by their acts of compassion and not just by our words. And let us support our servicemen and women when they place themselves in harm's way so that many of us remain safer. Let this day act as an awakening again to the truth that we are all called to serve our nation. That America will always stand for peace and justice. That we will always defend human dignity and freedom. And that this nation, the greatest ever to walk the earth, will not perish. I know that as we mark this anniversary, many of us wish we could go back to more innocent times. But as Americans, we know our journey has always been forward. And we must always face tomorrow with great resolve. And we can never forget that we continue to be a beacon of hope to the entire world. God bless you all. May He hold those who mourn close to His heart. May He protect those who serve in uniform, and may He always bless this great nation. Thank you very much.